Hey guys, I hope you're doing well today. So I've been going through my stash and all my beauty products, and I've been just trying to narrow it down to the things that I love. I don't want to have a ton of products that I'm just kind of meh about and then I just feel like I'm forced to use them up. I'm usually okay with panning items that I'm indifferent about, but if it takes a long time to use up, then I just declutter it. This is going to be a declutter, and I have some skincare, some brushes, a little bit of makeup, and just a good variety to share with you. So these are kind of random, but I'm going to get rid of these two pans that I had depotted from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Self-Made palette. I have one eyeshadow pan from MAC, and I can just put a repressed eyeshadow in that pan, and it's a little bit bigger. These are pretty small, so I think I'm just going to get rid of them because I haven't used them since I've depotted them. I do have a bunch of brushes that I'm getting rid of. The first one is one I've had for a decent amount of time. This is the e.l.f. Kabuki brush, and this is the second one that I had. I don't know if you guys remember, but my dog ended up chewing up my first one that I've had of this, and it's a nice little Kabuki brush, but I've been enjoying using brushes with a little bit longer handle, and it's a little bit more fluffy. But this is really good for powder, and it's good for blending things out. It's a good little brush, but I have two big fluffy powder brushes, so I don't need to have a third one. I'm going to pass on this beautiful brush from BeautyBigBang from their like unicorn style set that I have some brushes from. And this is a foundation brush, and it looks very similar to the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. And that one's fine, but I do prefer the flat top brushes just because I feel like it gets into my corners of my face better, and I feel like it gives me stronger coverage. But this one is really soft and does apply the makeup really well. I didn't notice any streakiness with it. I've used it a couple times. I have two foundation brushes that I like better that are flat top Kabuki brushes, so I know I won't get a ton of use out of this, so I don't want it sitting around and not getting used. I have several eyeshadow brushes, so I have two from the BeautyBigBang. I just have eyeshadow brushes that are this kind of style that I like better. This is a smaller lid type of brush, so it's good for details, but my favorite lid brushes are my Sigma E55 eye shading brushes, so I don't really need this tiny shader brush. I have another brush from this set that looks very similar to this from BeautyBigBang that I like better. It's just a little bit more fluffy, and it looks very similar to like the MAC 217 and the Sigma E25, so I'm going to be using that one over this one. And I have so many brushes that look like this, so I don't need like 10 of them. This is the Cosmetics Smudger and Liner brush. The last time I used this brush, it gave my one eyeshadow really bad hard pan, which I think is so weird. But I do have other brushes that I can use, so I'm just going to pass this on. Plus, it is a double-sided brush, so it is a little bit hard to store. And it does have this liner side right here. It's a good brush, but I just have a ton of different brushes that I can use over this one. Have this Real Techniques crease brush. What is it? Base shadow brush? Yeah, something like that. And it's cute and it works well, but I have so many other brushes. I have a lot of eyeshadow brushes, not a lot compared to other YouTubers, but more than I would prefer, and I use the same ones over and over again, and that's a brush I haven't reached for in months. And this is a Cosmetics Precison Shadow brush, I believe, but again, I have so many eyeshadows in this style, and I have my favorite lid brushes, and I have my favorite brow bone brushes, and I've had this one for a while. It's still a great brush, but the writing's rubbed off, so I thought I would just get some use out of my other brushes and give this to a friend. And then finally for brushes, I have this Lottie London eye shader brush. This is so soft, and it is a synthetic brush with the little pink right here. It's super pretty. But again, my favorite shader brushes are the E55s from Sigma, and this one is a little bit small. Still works fine, but I like my Sigma ones a little bit better. I'm getting rid of two skincare items, and they're both from Charlotte Lacroix, not really sure. These were sent to me free to review / PR a couple months ago, and this is the Red Tea Serum for all skin types. I don't really have like bad skin. My skin is pretty normal. It's not acne prone, it's not sensitive, and I'm starting to get a little bit of fine lines under my eyes, but I haven't really noticed this serum really doing anything. It's just kind of a basic serum, and I just can put my moisturizer on and it works just the same, so I'm going to pass this on. And this is the Charlotte Lacroix Gentle Cleanser, and this feels nice. I think this would be good for someone with dry skin. It does have a little bit of a fragrance to it, but it's not bad. It's supposed to be good for like sensitive skin. But I just like a more kind of like gel cleanser compared to a cream cleanser, even though my skin is pretty normal. I just prefer something that I feel like gets my skin a little bit cleaner, but this is very gentle, so if you have sensitive skin, this might work for you. But I mentioned in the haul that I brought these products in, that I just thought these products were okay, so I'm decluttering them because I have other skincare that I like better. I have this little Tocca rollerball in Florence, and this is a little perfume sample. So I've used stuff about that much. I'm just going to give this to my mom because she likes more floral scents and she likes having like little stuff to keep in her purse. So I'm going to give this to her. It's just a basic floral scent in my opinion. It's kind of like a sweet floral. And I'm not one to wear floral perfume. This would be the perfect size for me if I were to ever get a perfume that's florally, but I just reached for other perfumes over this one and I don't want to just have it to use it up when my mom can enjoy it. So I'm going to give this to her. I only have a couple makeup items that I'm getting rid of. So I have 2 eyeshadows. This one is MAC Blackberry, which you guys have seen me use in a couple of videos, but this one gets hard pan so fast and it's so frustrating. That's what it looks like on my finger. It's a very sheer eyeshadow. Like, look, you can't even really see anything. It's really not that great. So I might just trash this, or I might just give it to my friend and see if she likes it. It applies fine to the eyes, but I have other eyeshadows that I can use for like a cool tone look. And I can use a ColourPop shadow if I feel like making an order. So gonna get rid of that. Next I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow in Hot Chocolate, and this is from their Self-Made palette. I used to love this eyeshadow so much. I don't know what's up with it, but it just does not blend on my eyes anymore. So here is a swatch of it. It's still fairly pigmented, but I think it's just getting older for some reason. So I tried using it last weekend and I had to cover my eyeshadow with my lid shade when I put this on because it just did not look good. Like, it wasn't blending, it wasn't pigmented. So I'm just tossing this. I don't know what's up with it, and this used to be one of my favorite darker browns to use as like an eyeliner or as like a darker crease shade. So I don't know what's up with this. I'm kind of upset about it, but I have other dark browns that I can use, but this is just a bummer. And finally, for the products I'm getting rid of, I'm passing on this Focallure Face Ultra Light Baked Blush in the shade number 5. This is from the BeautyBigBang, and this is just a little bit too bright for my skin tone, even when I'm tan. That's what it looks like. It's very pigmented, and I actually used this on my friend Sabrina for her wedding day. So that's what it looks like on my finger. So it's very, very pigmented. It'd probably be a nice lid shade for like a shimmery pink. It's kind of cool. But I usually just mix this with another blush anyway, and I don't really need to have a blush that I mix with other blushes just to enjoy it. So I'm sure someone else will get better use out of this than I will because it is just a little bit too bright for me. So that was my small makeup declutter and beauty products declutter, and I'm happy I'm getting rid of some of this stuff. So now I only have the products that I love in my collection. I like going through my collection every once in a while and just decluttering stuff that I'm not using. Let me know if you posted a declutter recently because I love watching declutter videos, and I'm actually having a giveaway on my YouTube channel, so I'll have it linked up in the cards right here. I'm giving away a ton of high-end makeup and drugstore makeup if you're interested. It ends September 27th. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Talk to you later. Bye.